Top 10 questions people ask about real estate. This time, how to find a real estate agent. That sounds important. Let's talk about that next. Dave Edwards, Treasure Valley Dave here, and today we're looking at one of the top 10 questions that people ask about real estate. This is a very important one. This is about how do you find your real estate agent? And before we get into that, I want to remind you to like this video, share it with somebody that needs to see it, and then subscribe to the channel. Also, go to our website. We've got some great resources there. I'm sure that you're absolutely have a great time checking them all out. This is one of those resources. So let's get into this. So how to find a real estate agent? Well, one, you're going to have to determine what your needs are. Are you a first-time buyer or seller, or has it just been a while and you're kind of familiar with things? Or have you done this a million times? Well, so if you're a seller, ask yourself, is this going to be like a standard situation or is it going to be something different? And same for the buyers. Is this going to be just a standard, move, buy, or are you going to be relocating from out of state? That adds quite a few more steps. Or is it just going to be something different? Maybe commercial or something like that. And also assess, what are your ways of doing things? Are you like an in-person kind of a person that, you like communicating with people, on the phone or in person, or are you okay with high-tech stuff, like email? I heard that's the new thing out. I'm not sure. Or do you like to get involved with the process, or are you more of a hands-off? It's like you make the big decisions after you get all the information and then just let the experts do what they do best. The next step is going to be to, research your agents. And you're going to want to look for agents who have experience in what it is that you need to have done. Also, check out their reputation. It's a lot easier nowadays. You can go online and look at their Google reviews and things like that. Look for testimonials, maybe video testimonials. And also ask your friends and family who they've had a good experience with, and maybe they could refer you to somebody. YouTube, which you're watching right now, is a great way to kind of get to know an agent. You get to know their personality. Maybe they'll show you some testimonials from their past clients. You get to know what their strengths are and their weaknesses are. So YouTube is a great way to do research on your agents. Then the next step, of course, is going to be to interview your agents. So before you actually do meet with the agent, jot down your questions. That way, when you do sit down, you're not going to forget something that you wish you would have asked. And then ask your questions. Consider, does the agent have questions for you? Does he have answers for you? Is the agent coming from experience? Does the agent actually give you their opinions and their advice on things? And I say that because some agents are deathly afraid to give any kind of opinion because they're afraid of steering you in some direction or another. But if I were you, I'd want an agent that's going to be looking out for me. If you've told that agent that you are looking for something in particular, then I would want that agent to be completely honest about that. And what is a good fit for your communication style? Do you like to be informed all the time, or just a weekly update? Is that okay? Or just, wake me when it's over or something like that? And are they going to be a good personality fit? Maybe they look one way on YouTube and in person, they're completely different. So it's just something else to keep in mind. And what resources does this agent offer? What plans do they have for you? Those are all very important things. Choose an agent. So you'll want an agent that's capable of meeting your needs. So if that's, buying or selling, your needs for that, or your needs for how you like to be communicated with. Do you like to be updated at every moment throughout the process, or is a once a week update okay for you? So just make sure that there's a good fit with that. Let's say that you are an experienced buyer and you want to look at 80 houses. With a new agent, you might find that to be a better fit because new agents typically have more free time on their hands and they can, go open doors for you and just have a great time. If you're selling a luxury home, is the agent and the team or brokerage that you're interviewing, are they known in the industry, in the area for doing luxury homes? And if you're just selling a regular, typical home, is the agent well experienced with buyers? Yes, you heard me right. You're selling, but you want an agent that also has experience with buyers. Why? because then you can get the perspective of what the buyers are looking for in a house that's on the market. That's just invaluable. So then the next step is going to be to sign the representation agreement or the listing agreement if you're selling a house. And this is a commitment that you're working with that agent and that agent is working with you. So now that agent, once you sign this, she has to work with your best interest in mind or at heart, or however you want to phrase that. And if you are asking yourself, but what if they don't perform? Am I stuck? Well, if you've done a good job researching and interviewing your agents, it's probably not going to be a problem. It's not going to come up. But let's say it does for some reason. Let's say the agent just isn't doing a very good job for you. The first thing you should do is talk with that agent. Keep those open lines of communication going. Let them know what you're not happy about and see if we can get that fixed. The next thing is, if that doesn't work, is to ask the agent to go ahead and release you from the agreement and tell them exactly why. They probably need to know that feedback. And, maybe after a while, that starts to make this agent a better agent. And if the agent doesn't do that, technically you have this agreement with the broker. Then you just address it to the broker and tell them what's going on and ask the broker to let you out of the agreement. But what if it's you that's not doing a good job? The agent's going to try to, communicate with you, find out what the problem is, see what we can do to make it better. And then usually what we see is the client just goes dark, if you will. It's like they don't communicate whatsoever. The agent's just not going to spend time on somebody who's not going to be participating in the process. And I would expect that agent would probably, fire you. And maybe that will help make you a better buyer or seller in the future. So that's how you find a great agent. And let's get out there and let's get to work. So thanks for coming by. We've got a bunch more of these questions to answer, and I'm looking forward to doing that. So, but until then, this is Treasure Valley Dave, looking forward to helping you get home.